Yo, this is Deontay the Bronx Bummer Wild, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. And I'd like to give a big shout out to CJ Goodfellow, Sports TV. Bomb Squad, baby.
Got our official sponsor, Greenwood Stock Trading. If you want to learn how to make some passive income, some extra money, so you can invest in your future and your kids' future, give them a call for a free 10-minute consultation, 281-760-3170. Go get to the bag.
Somebody tagged me on Facebook and said what Espinoza said, that Showtime extended boxing past 2023. You know how I do. So I went to find an interview, and everybody take for what they hear for what they sell sometime. And I could be guilty of that sometime too, but I'm gonna talk about what Espinoza said a lot today. So I don't know if it will come into a live stream Thursday, more possibly Friday, because I think I'm gonna go live on my other channel tonight if I get an opportunity. But basically, he talked about the TV ratings because Marco Villegas brought. Well, all right. Well, I'll just start off there. That was kind of like the juicy part of it. He basically, Villegas brought up the part that underperforming TV shows for programming that's performing under 10% will be cut. Now, what you got to understand, they cut some TV shows that were in production or that was slated to come back, or maybe even already, I don't know. But a TV show is different than boxing, because what you can do with a TV show, you can supplement that, those subscribers, you can supplement those subscribers with reruns and movies and acquire more rights to more movies. With boxing, it's different. You can't really supplement those subscribers who, I don't know who subscribed to Showtime for boxing anyway, but they can't afford to lose those subscribers right now, right? So he basically said that a lot of stuff going to TV ratings more than Nielsen. You got the new subscriber sign up. You got the retention rate of subscribers. You got he said obviously the streams from the digital apps and stuff of that nature. And he said there's a number of factors that come in more than Nielsen Media TV ratings. And he said poor TV ratings, they are a problem, and they can be a problem. Now, he said that in this economy, you don't know what's going to happen in the future. Now, he says boxing is here to stay in the short term. He said he won't sit here and predict what is it going to be on Showtime past, the short term. He said that they're planning to do fights well into 2023, but he won't commit in the distant future. He says because of the economy and all this, that, and the third. So the person that tagged me was like, well, I thought they was going broke and this, that, and the third. They are. I mean, look. He said, well, we had a robust schedule. We have, he was saying this is a kind of interview ahead of time. It was like an interview from like 7 days ago, and you see this. And he like, we have a robust schedule. Both on pay-per-view and off pay-per-view. And what is robust about the schedule? Tank and Ryan, cool. I mean, what regular TV cards you looking forward to that's going to do big numbers? Zoo and Tony Harrison, I don't think it's going to do big numbers. Puello and Rolly, I don't think it's going to do big numbers. Brian Mendoza and Rolly, I don't think it's going to do big numbers. J-Rock and the Diamonds, I don't think it's going to do numbers. Charlo coming back, they trying to find a more credible opponent. You hear a distant rumor out there on Twitter that it could be Danny Jacobs. Oh no, that'd be a good fight. That'd be a good fight, but I mean, that'd be a good fight for him to come back and tune up against. Okay, nothing robust about it. It's nothing robust about it. So, other than Tank and Ryan, David and Caleb Plant, those are the only things you can consider that are robust, and you got to dig in your pocket on top of your subscription and pay for the fight. So he says in the short term, they're here to stay. There is no long-term commitment to this. And I told y'all, in the short term, Al Heyman, I never said that they wouldn't be on Showtime. I said they'll find a way. And right now you looking and you don't feel confident about Nothing. When you look at the boxing schedule, what are you looking forward to? Harrison and Harrison and Zoo maybe. And I say I'm looking forward to it because I like Tim Zoo, and obviously I'm from Detroit and I support Tony Harrison. The pay-per-views is the pay-per-views. You're not gonna be a subscriber to Showtime to see the pay-per-view. Now they'd be smart if they was like, if you buy the pay-per-view, you get a month free of Showtime or whatever the situation may be for new subscribers and all that type of stuff. I don't know. All right. And, my thing is this, to interject myself right quick. Why anybody paying for premium network like Showtime and HBO? Why would you pay for that? HBO Max, I get it. I pay for HBO Max. That make a lot of sense. Like, I'm not mad. I pay for HBO Max. I wouldn't be mad at Netflix, but why would I buy Showtime? They have nothing to offer, bruh. If I really, and then make a case I really wanted to watch this stuff, I'll show you how to jailbreak a Fire Stick. It's easy. Without Cody and all that shit. I'll show you how to jailbreak your phone as long as you ain't got that weak ass iPhone. Rooted and all that shit where you don't see all them ads and all that. I can show you how to do all that. I can show you how to cook that crack, how to bring that back. So anybody that's really strapped for cash, you don't have to pay for this shit. Tell me why would I pay $80 for a pay-per-view? And boxing's put a middle finger right in my face as a hardcore boxing fan. When I'm just go ahead and stream it. Fuck them. We don't get what we want when we want it. We might eventually down the line get what we want. I'm tired of going through the ringer, bruh. At some point, you got to take a stand. If streaming ain't working, at some point, you just got to stop talking about it and just ignore it, But he says in the short term, they will continue doing boxing. He says about the schedule they put up until June. There's talks about Errol Spence coming back in June, Charlo coming back early June, late July. Jerron Ennis getting his own card in June. So there's some talks about all that going on. So, would they do 3 cards in June? 2 cards in June? I can see it. Jerron doing his own card and Earl doing his card. So, like I said before, I don't see I don't see anything that's going to, I don't understand, Showtime is thirsty for content, but I don't see anything that entices me to say, man, they doing a hell of a job. I'll go ahead and subscribe to Showtime. No. At all. And where they also missing the boat at too is a lot of these other streaming platforms are attaching themselves to AT&T, T-Mobile, Verizon, and that's how they getting subscribers too. So I don't know what Showtime got going on, but he said they here to stay in the short term. He said he can't predict too far in the future because it's uncertainty of the economy. So you got to understand, he's the president of CBS Sports. That's what they announced him yesterday at the Tank and Ryan press conference in New York City. He's no longer the president of Showtime Sports. It's CBS Sports, and what it's not like he got a promotion. It sounded like it by the name, but he's reporting to somebody else. So at the end of the day, they can't just get rid of that content. Because what else they got? They're going to do counter programming with documentaries. They didn't have a lot of subscribers to begin with. Still don't. HBO still whooping their ass with subscribers. HBO, when AT&T acquired them, they could be like, you know what? We don't want to do boxing no more. Fuck the subscribers. We cutting it. This is the last show. And not bat an eye. People say, well, HBO getting back. No, they not. It doesn't make any financial sense. It doesn't make any sense for HBO to get back in there. With HBO Max, they're winning right now. So why would they get back into the boxing game? Don't believe that. They're not. So they're not getting back in the boxing game. And, Showtime, like I said, they got 1 foot out the door, 1 foot in the door. He said we'll have boxing, going into 2023. There ain't no commitment. Oh, we signed. It ain't like they signed a 3-year deal or a 2-year deal. You know what I'm saying? And one thing he brought up too is that they're not exclusive to PBC. That he can work with Golden Boy if he needs to, or he can work with other fighters if he needs to. He said we already knew that, but he said with Jerron Ennis and Demetrius Andrade, he said they're not exclusive to PBC. So guess what? If they're not exclusive to PBC, you know what that means. PBC could go away from Showtime Boxing, and they can still operate on a by means necessary, by means basis. But it don't mean it will, because in boxing you need to align yourself with Bob, Al, or Eddie right now to have content. Richard Schaefer don't have enough horses. Kathy Duval, I don't know what the fuck happened to her. So, it's hard to break through without lining up with one of them. Triller found that out. BOK Prime finding that out. Frank Warren had to line himself with Bob Arum. Even though BT Sports and ESPN, I think it's the same company. But, Espinoza said in the short term, going into 2023, he says they'll be around. Now, he didn't say, well, they signed a 3-year contract and nothing. He said in the short term, he says that they don't know if boxing is going to be around in the future with the uncertainty in the economy. So, I mean, like I continue to say, it's the person that Tabby made it seem like it was, oh, man, they signed a 3 or 4 year deal. That's why you go find the interviews for yourself. You listen to the tone for yourself. You look at the body language for yourself, and you'll get your answer. And at the end of the day, what it sounded to me like is that they on a month to month basis, some shit like that, on a quarter by quarter basis. That's what it sounded like to me, on a quarter by quarter basis. He didn't say, oh, we signed a 2-year contract, so we definitely gonna be around, or they signed a 3-year contract with PBC. Nah. They probably deciding whether it's worth keeping around. Financially, is it worth keeping around? Or, in the short term, can we find some more program to counter-program this? Or to fill the programming, excuse me. So, it is what it is. Let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop a video financially. Want to support the channel? Cash App, $CJ Good 313. Venmo, CJ Good 313. PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Appreciate the love, support. Let me know what you girls and guys think in the comment section. One time for the one time. Goodfella TV. Peace.